Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and we really appreciate your support to our work in this channel. And dear ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that your support is not taken for granted. We really appreciate your support.
Ati Ruto 2 term, Ruto Singapore. Bana you know all. Ama wewe unatumia shisha.
Now the Kenyan government has warned the Gen Zs against sharing the protest videos where most of the Gen Zs lost their lives as they came out on the streets to demonstrate, complaining about the new introduced bill that could have made the life difficult for them if it could have been left to work. And that is where the government really behaved bad with the Gen Zs. And they were shot live bullets and some were shot by rubber bullets just because they wanted the government to reduce the taxes so that they can get to live in peace and harmony at a very affordable life. And today, the government is telling the people that they want to reduce the taxes so that they convince the youths they were killing on the streets to vote for them in 2027. And I want to tell you, whatever I am getting from that is that they're just trying to tell the youths that, you know what, stop exposing us too much. And actually, I want you to listen to these statements because media never forgets. And this was William Ruto when he was being asked if he regrets on his comment that the policemen should shoot the Gen Zs on the leg.
Told at one point police to shoot protesters in the legs. Surely live fire is not something that should be used in protest. Do you regret those comments?
I don't regret those comments at all, because the law allows the police to use force when other people's lives are in danger.
Surely there are ways of doing that without using live ammunition.
That is according to you.
Now this other one is the Interior CS Murkomen giving a command to the police that if anyone gets close to the police station, shoot them.
Na tumeambia polisi mtu yoyote mwenye atakaribia police station piga yeye risasi. Mtu yoyote.
Now, dear ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, I want to humbly request you that if you are watching this podcast and you've not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and activate the notification so that next time we do a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Like our videos and comment to show your support to our work in this channel. And to those who have already subscribed to this channel, we say thank you very much for your continued support to our work in this channel. Now, I'm wondering how the government wants the people to forget about these protests. And there is something I'm just not getting clear. How can a parent who wakes up in the morning and sees the grave of the child besides the house, or even a youth who knows very well that I lost a brother or my sister in the protests of 2025 or 2024, and you want the person to forget that he lost the brother or the sister in protests. And how can that parent, maybe the child was the one she expected to save her from the problems or from the challenges she is facing or he is facing, then the child was shot dead during the protests. How can that parent forget about that? How can that parent forget about that? It is high time we as Kenyans, we get to wake up and stand for the right and decide on what to do that will make this country stand. And if we cannot make a better decision right now, then this country is going to get into a situation that we will not be able to solve. And you know what? In 2027, during that 2027 general elections, my mind is giving me that whatever happened in Uganda will happen in this country. The way the Uganda shut down the internet is the way in this country internet will be shut down. Yes. You know the reason why internet was shut down in Uganda was because the government never wanted to be exposed. The same thing will happen in this country. The internet will be closed because the government will be getting criticized from the Gen Z protest videos, and if that will have to go, then it is clear no one will stand to vote for them, and I'm sure they will close that internet. Now I want you to look at this story that was done by the Citizen TV. And this is a parent who lost the child during the protests, although the child was not in the protests. The child was just walking from school and was shot dead. Now the president promised to do compensation to those families.
Nilipigiwa simu na Dennis Itumbi akiniambia rais anataka kuongelesha mama. Nikashika simu akaongea akaniambia mama Kennedy habari yako. Nikamwambia sio mzuri hata kidogo. Akaniambia sawa nimesikia na nimeona na nitakuita. Tukae chini tuongee na nimekisua haki ya huyo mtoto imepatikana na nitakufanyia vile mimi nasafanyiwa kama msasi. Nawaambia saini 1 year. Hakuna kitu imefanyika kwa hii Kenya. Msiri mkituombe. Ahadi yote tulipewa, ahadi yote nilipewa. Hakuna nimefanyika. Kama sio Mungu. Kama sio Mungu.
That is the situation. And you know, if you listen to other people, they are saying that they are supporting two-term. You try to ask the person, why are you supporting two-term? But the person doesn't have a solid reason for supporting two-term. And I want to tell you, those people who are supporting two-term, they have 2 reasons why they are supporting two-term. And I want to tell you those reasons. And they are not, to me, they are not reasons that someone should be telling us for supporting the two-term. Number 1, the reason why some people and some leaders are supporting two-term is because they are eating from that government. The second reason why some people or their leaders are not supporting WANTAM is because they don't want Rigathi Gachagua. And I want someone to challenge me on that. The reason why some people are supporting two-term is either they are eating in that government or they don't want Rigathi Gachagua. That is the fact. And I wonder how a normal human being can fail to vision the future and just look at what he wants or what he deserves at the time. You know, we will have families in future. We will be required to feed, educate, clothe, and shelter our families. And if we cannot stand to do that right now and make a decision to select or elect a leader who can make our country stable and move forward, then we will come to suffer in the coming years. And if there is something that is going to let us down, we as Kenyans, then it is none other than the tribalism issue. Yes. Because you know, right now, some people are feeling that even if wrongs are done to the people of this area, we need not to condemn or talk about it, because we as the people of this other region, we are not being affected by that. And that is what is going on. And actually, to me, it is very annoying that instead of focusing on the issues and the challenges of the ordinary mwananchi, we are focusing on the tribalism issues. Now, because some days back, this community had engaged this other community in a disagreement because of just a leader from this community and this community, we are standing to hate ourselves instead of building our country. So that, I'm wondering, how are we letting that judge our next steps? How are we letting that disagreement of just two leaders judge our next step? And whatever the Ugandans went through, maybe it is what awaits us in 2027. To say the truth, if we cannot solve this issue of tribalism, then dear ladies and gentlemen, I want to assure you that there will be no space for us to rest. There will be no space for us to enjoy life. There will be no space for us to have freedom of speech if we cannot stand up to fight these issues. And you know, I look at the president moving around with the Nyota Fund, then I ask myself a very simple question. How does that 22,000 Kenya shillings solve the problem of the killings of the Gen Zs in the protests? And that is the government you still feel you want to re-elect to serve you in the next 5 years. Then I tell you, if we will do that mistake in this country, we will have to suffer to a point we will not even be able to buy food to eat. Now, I want to confirm to you that by the President's economic advisor, David Ndei's statement that he gave in 2025, saying that they will leave Kenya as corrupt as they found it. Corruption will not end with them. Ladies and gentlemen, if we cannot stand a chance to fight for what is right to our people right now, then how we are going to suffer in the next coming years in this country, nobody knows. Thank you.
Mr. President, this boy, 12-year-old, took 8 bullets into the body of a 12-year-old boy. What would you tell the mother of that boy?
That boy is alive, right?
No, it's not.
Kennedy Onyango died.
He's died.
So he's the one who died?
Yes.